Hi there, it's time for a new episode of recent game pickups, and since last time I have bought a good amount of games. I think I got a lot of them pretty cheap, so let's take a look. First off, I found this Commodore 128 home computer at a local thrift store, pretty cheap, and I got it with a disk drive and some joysticks and instruction manual and a pretty good deal, I think. So this machine and a random joystick, I will put up a picture, but with this Danish designed Terminator hand grenade joysticks, pretty cool to have this one in my collection. So I'm looking forward to try this with some old school Commodore 64, Commodore 128 games. So nice to have this. Then I bought a new or a used Xbox 360 Slim in the local GameStop. I got it also pretty cheap. The reason for this is because before I have a JTAG Xbox 360 Fat model, but it was showing the red ring of death again, and I'm done with all the Fat models because there's a lot of trouble with them, and I don't have a machine to reball the CPU, GPU, so it was a better choice for me to just buy a slim model. And it also has Wi-Fi, so that's pretty cool. In this machine I have installed X360 Run chip, a glitch chip, so now this machine is modded with the custom hard drive in it. Up here I can take out this grill, and then this connector I have direct access to reading and writing to the NAND. Pretty good experience to actually try to mod a 360. So now I have a bit experience with that. So pretty cool to have this machine. Next off, I bought another Nintendo 3DS. I got it extremely cheap on a local Facebook sales group. Now I have this blue model and the Cosmic Black, I think it's called. In the local Bilka, they had some good prices on some Xbox 360 hardware. So for the other Xbox 360 Slim that I have this reset glitch hacked version now, and my original Xbox 360 Slim that I use for achievement and Xbox Live and that kind of stuff. For that machine I bought a new hard drive, a 320 gigabyte, so it's installed, that's why this box is empty. Some PlayStation 2 games. The first game that I got pretty cheap, 5 crowns or something like that. The Shield, the game. The Shield is a TV series, and the reason why I bought this game is because I enjoyed the game 24, the game for the 24 series. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think that the Shield is maybe some kind of the same game in a different setting, following a different show, but I think it's the same style with police work and you are a badass cop or something like that. Third person it looks like. So nice to have this for a cheap price. Mercenaries, back when it came out, it was actually pretty groundbreaking graphics. It looks amazing back in the days. I got this for 5 crowns, so I took it. Evergrace number 2, Japanese edition. I have played the first Evergrace a bit, but this one, not tested it yet. I don't know if I will test it because Evergrace is not that good of a game, I think, but it's From Software, and I want to have all the From Software games. Next game, Battle Engine Aquila. I have not played with this game yet, but it looks kind of awkward, but I will try it out sometime. Some PlayStation 3 games. First off, White Knight Chronicles. Bought it in a Facebook group at a pretty good price, I think. Some RPG, JRPG, I think. I have not tried it yet, but cool to have it. Siren Blood Curse. Back in the days when I first got my PlayStation 3, This is one of the games that I picked up first. I played it a bit with my wife, but we never finished it, so cool to have it again. Maybe I will try it some time with her again. So nice with the horror game again, I think. This game, Ni no Kuni, I also got it for cheap. I have it for the Nintendo DS, the DS version in Japanese, but if I should try it out sometime, it will probably be the PlayStation 3 version. And now for some Nintendo games that I got for 5 crowns a piece or something like that. Bionicle Heroes, complete in box, but the box is pretty messed up. But yeah, 5 crowns. Tron Evolution. Tank Battles, pretty awful game, I just tried it. Lord of the Rings Conquest. It looks pretty good, I have not tried it yet, and this is pretty enjoyable, I think I have spent some time with it. Incredible Hulk, 2D platform game. G.I. Joe. And another game for my Need for Speed series, Undercover. And Mario and Sonic bei dem Olympischen Spielen. Some Olympic Games, Mario and Sonic with a German cover. Since last time I have bought one single Xbox game, and it's Silent Hill 2 Inner Fears. The reason that I bought this is because I really want to try out the Silent Hill series. I have Silent Hill 2 for the PlayStation 2, but this is like the upgraded version with some add-ons or better graphics, whatever. It has another chapter and so on. I got this for free actually. I bought it off eBay, but it did not match the description in condition-wise, so I got a refund of my money, so that's pretty cool. So nice to have this one. Unfortunately, it does not work with Xbox 360 emulator when I tried in my Xbox 360, and it doesn't. Normally on the 360 you can play an emulated version of the Xbox games, but in this case it does not work. As far as I know, if it has been the NTSC version, it would have worked. But the PAL version just results in the black screen, but the sounds still are there, but no picture. So I think I will try to download the NTSC version and try it that way. So could be cool to play it on the 360. So, but nice to have it in the collection. Some Xbox 360 game, Viva Pinata. Viva Pinata Party Animals. The Viva Pinata series looks like pretty good games, pretty colorful and happy games. I have not tried these yet, but looks cool. Street Fighter number 4. Spec Ops The Line. I have just finished this game a couple of weeks ago. Pretty enjoyable campaign, I think, with a lot of moral choices you have to take. The story in this game is pretty fantastic actually, I think, because it's not just about some war hero with a big shotgun in each hand. It's more like all the hard choices as a soldier you have to take in the battle, I think. So a very adult perspective of war in general. So nice game if you want a good story with some good thoughts in it. It could be a good choice for a game, I think. A triple pack, Outland, From Dusk and Beyond, Good and Evil HD. I have played Outland and From Dusk a bit. Two very fun games, I think. Outland, a 2D platforming game. Outland has some nice color mechanics, a bit like in the Ikaruga game, the shoot 'em up, where you have light and dark, and then you have to combine them to defeat enemies and that kind of stuff. From Dusk reminds me a bit of the PC game back in the days called Black and White, like a god simulator or something like that. Here you are playing as a wind instead, but same concept, I think. And Beyond Good and Evil I have not tried it yet, but it should be a pretty decent game, or pretty good game actually, as far as I know. So nice to have this collection. Operation Flashpoint Red River. Not tried this yet, but looks like a game that I would enjoy. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Still sealed. Another game for the Need for Speed series, and I got it cheap, so that's nice. Always nice to get cheap games. Nice to have this one. Naughty Bear. You're walking around as a bear and killing other bears in different creative ways with different weapons. It looks like a game that I could just chillax to, so nice to have this. Mortal Kombat. Monkey Island Special Edition Collector's Edition, Special Edition Collection it's called. It contains 2 games and the games are remastered or something like that. I have not tried it out yet. Metal Gear Rising, I have spent some time with it. It reminds me of Devil May Cry, pretty fast paced combat, but very nice. It's so cool because you have a sword and you can cut everything into pieces, objects and all that kind of stuff, go into some kind of bullet time where you can cut an enemy into 100 pieces if you want. So it's nice game. It's pretty fun. Fear number 2, Fear Project Origin. Just completed it a couple of weeks ago. Enjoyable first-person shooter with some horror mechanics, but it's not that kind of scary, I think. But a decent game, decent FPS experience, so that's nice. After I got this for cheap, I actually bought the first game. I can't remember if I have completed the first Fear game some years ago, 8 years ago or something like that. Maybe I have. Some of the levels until now seems familiar, but I am only in chapter 3 or something at the moment. But I think I will complete it once again just for the fun of it. Nice games. Monolith Studios, the same developer as the Condemned series, and I really like the Condemned games. The next game is Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. I got this pretty cheap. It's in my opinion probably the best game in the world, maybe, or in my top 3, I think. But it's amazing, and for this price it's just stupid. The Prepare to Die edition, I have it for the PlayStation 3 also, and I have the normal version or the limited edition, whatever, of the Dark Souls games also for the PlayStation 3 and for the Xbox 360. But Prepare to Die edition contains the downloadable content, the expansion for it if you want. But amazing game. Try it out. Try the Dark Souls game out if you don't have already. Call of Juarez, Western shooter like Dead Man's Hand and Outlaw. What is it called? I have completed Call of Juarez Bound in Blood. Now I have this also, so that's pretty cool. And also Call of Juarez The Cartel. I just started up with this game yesterday. It looks like a okay game. All the Western settings are switched out. Now you play as a bounty hunter, I think, and it's more like a modern world that you are going around and shooting big guns. So nice to have this. Army of Two reminds me very much of the Gears of War series, with the focus on co-op, so that's pretty cool. Army of Two, I have played it 8-9 years ago, something like that. Now I finally have it in my collection. I think I will complete it in co-op sometime. It could be pretty fun. And Army of Two Devil's Cartel. So I have not tried this out, but I think it's just the third game in the series. There was 40 days or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. I think that this one is the third game in the series. Anarchy Reigns, got it for cheap. Don't know a thing about it. I think it's a fighting game actually. In the local Fona store, I saw this and I think I wanted to try it out with my daughter. Skylander Swap Force, and this is amazing. I enjoy to play it because it's the gameplay wise, it's on advanced levels. I think the mechanics are pretty good, and it's solid but very basic gameplay. But still, I enjoy to play it, and I really enjoy to spend time with my daughter playing Skylanders. That's awesome, and she is interested in it, and it's amazing how you can swap the figures on the portal. So that's pretty goddamn cool. My little girl, my daughter, she really enjoys the Frozen universe with Anna and Olaf and all that kind of stuff, and therefore I also bought Disney Infinity. I got this for like 80 crowns or something like that, shipping included. So that was pretty cool. So now we are playing it together sometimes, but I think she just lost the interest in it again. Now it's Lego instead or something like that. But still, I got a couple of good hours with my daughter with Infinity, and she really enjoys to play with the small figures. But I still think that the gameplay is more completed or more finished. The details are better, and the gameplay wise, with all the swapping of figures and how you can use the figures in the actual game, are more enjoyable in the Skylanders universe than in Disney Infinity. But now I have this pretty good price for a lot of good hours, I think. And after I bought the Infinity and Skylanders, I was a bit hooked on the whole toys getting to life universe, and therefore and because I think the box is amazing, the collector's edition of Disney Infinity 3 Star Wars edition with Boba Fett, gameplay wise I think this is pretty enjoyable. Some decent, it's not the hardest and most challenging gameplay in the world, but still it has some challenges, and it's pretty enjoyable just to sit there and play, and you can use the different characters. Maybe I will buy the Darth Vader someday and just play as Darth Vader because he's so evil. It was on sale in the local GameStop and I got it for a good price, so nice to have this one. I'm pretty happy about it, and the boxes, it looks amazing, I think. Then I bought some Nintendo 64 games for my complete PAL set that I'm chasing. First off, International Superstar Soccer 64, complete in box. Some loose cartridges. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. I'm totally in Star Wars mode right now. I'm watching the movies, all the Star Wars movies with my wife. I play Star Wars in Disney Infinity 3, and nice universe, I think. Next off, one of all the wrestling games for the system. Shadow Man, Mayhem, another wrestling game. Rayman number 2, pretty good game, I think. Gex 64, also a pretty enjoyable game. And Cruising World in the Cruising series. I have not tried this out yet. At Black Friday there was some pretty good deals, not the best deals in the world here in Denmark, but still. I got this pretty cheap Battlefield Hardline. That's actually a pretty enjoyable experience. Not that long of a game, not the best Battlefield single player campaign at all. I think I really enjoyed Battlefield number 3 single player campaign. But still, it's a good game, and I got it for 130 crowns, I think. So nice to have this, and I have just completed it yesterday. The last game for this video, I got a call from my good friend Alexander, and he told me that there was a game, I have never heard of it, called Breach and Clear. And this is only released in 1500 copies in physical form. So that's pretty cool to have this game. So I will just have it sealed and let it stay this way. So nice to have Breach and Clear in physical form. So thank you, Alexander, for giving a heads up. So he had pre-ordered 2 games, I think, and I got one of them. So nice to have it. This is all from me for this video. Have a nice day. Take care. See you next time.